The only time I tried to sell anything of mine was when I was super broke in Kronos, and I tried to sell it to Gaston.
Oh, really?
I was super broke in Kronos. We didn't have any money, and I wanted a little Lulu box set, the John Stanley Little Lulu, and I really needed it, and so I said to my wife, I'm gonna sell this and this, and I packed a bag with like 40, 50 comics that I thought would pay for the Little Lulu, and they stole it at the airport, my handbag. I dropped it for a second, I turned around, and in Mexico City, and they took it.
Oh, man.
So, you know, I've never been able to sell anything.
I've been curious about this one. You read this?
This one, no.
Yeah. I like the look of it, but I couldn't find number one. So
But covers, you can always get great covers. What I think is a lost art most of the time is the layout. Have you read that guy, Cabby?
No.
Marty?
No, never
You
read it.
fucking get that.
Can I argue with that?
You're getting it.
I've
And
always...
you're like me, you grab the one in the back because it's metal finger.
Yeah, when I always, like, if I was buying this, I'd be like, this one here? Like two back?
I like all the pre-code stuff. Because this is the stuff we used to get in Mexico like every Tuesday, the new comics would come out and I would cross the street and they were there and they had the most lurid stuff. Do you like the classic Dick Tracy?
I've read very little of it. Is it good to check it out?
It's great because it's hardcore. The problem is all those collections like the Dick Tracy starts but they don't end. Not that many people buy them. But what I love about Dick Tracy is that it's really rough.
Really?
It has really like
Where
seedy undertones. Can I start a little pile? Yeah, of course. I was gonna buy the Gamera.
Oh yeah.
The Gamera turtle. The 151.
Yeah.
Reading that?
I never read Punisher. Like I read 10 issues.
When I was growing up, like, my uncle was in high school when I was like in first grade, and he was like the coolest dude in the world because he had a car, you know, and he had like Star Wars toys. He had like the X-Wings hanging from fishing string and stuff like that, and he read comics. It was Ghost Rider, Punisher, X-Men, like all that stuff in the 90s.
I'm not into superhero stuff, but I love Jack Jackson, Demon, Man-Thing, you know.
Yeah, Man Thing's right here.
Man-Thing's amazing.
He's good.
The Burning Touch was so great.
So Gambit is also kind of good.
Yeah,
It's like a caper thing.
Yeah, no, I know, but if they're not deformed, I'm not interested. In the first Bleak, I had all my individual issues, and they were like 18,000 comics. And then I put all those in a warehouse, and I have now 7,000 graphic novels and this and that. It's very smaller.
Yeah.
And then when I was in New Zealand, my warehouse, I changed my credit card, and my warehouse expired. And like one of those
Storage Wars.
reality storage wars. A guy calls me out of the blue, and he says, "I have your stuff." I said, "What do you mean? The stuff that was in your warehouse? I bought it."
Oh,
And they had sent a notice to the wrong address.
Did he?
Literally, the wrong address. And the guy says, if you give me 100,000, it's yours. I said, if you give me 80,000, the rest of my stuff is yours. You can take it. And eventually, I got it back, but
Wow.
for a very little amount compared to that.
What was the stuff in it? Just you said mostly comic books and stuff?
I had comic books. I had the only thing that I was hurt is I had the storyboards for Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh,
The
really?
storyboards for Hellboy.
Ugh.
I said, look, take your time. When if you want to sell it for that, I can do
When you're done
anything.
reading it all.
When you're done, let me know. I don't have 100,000 to buy it.
I always get so much that I read it, and then the next week, you know, like the next issue comes out, like I forget what happened. The iPad apps, those are saving my life.
But if you don't have it physically, do you really have it? You know what I'm saying? That's the collector. You know.
I'm a big collector, but like that's what I was saying. Like if I read it and I like it, I'll buy it.